that it's a major sin and we have to get out of it. We can't live in it. Yeah, I'm telling you, people with Christians, young Christians, that's not the same thing. Zina is waters off of that back.
Why not? One second. You're saying that Christians can't identify sin.
But hold on. Their basic tenets as a Christian is the 10 Commandments. Right?
No, but Matthew, it's not
even
the same basic. Hold on, one second.
Let Matthew finish his point.
Sorry.
The 10 Commandments is the basic tenets, of being a Christian, right? And all Christians know that. There's no way that you could say Christians don't know that. Then everything you're saying is irrelevant and a goddamn lie.
You acting like you're not in the UK, bro, man. Like, why you saying this?
Okay, Matthew, I'll say this to you. The average black boy, Matthew, I'm
there is no perfect religion.
I'm trying to go back to Matthew. Matthew just said something to me.
Yeah, go on.
Matthew just said something to me. If you come to the average black boy on the road and ask him what does fornication mean, he doesn't know. And let's take your argument. I'll give you the benefit of that. Let's just say, why are you interrupting? Why are you interrupting? The average black boy. That's a fact. The average black boy. You stop a black. Go to any high street and stop a black boy and says, ask him. Do one of them social experiments. Ask him with the mic. What is fornication? You look at you, look up at the sky, bruv. But the point I'm saying, let's say this. Let's give you that. Let me give you. It don't sound right because it's the truth and it makes you look bad.
And you're coming online and repeating nonsense, and I can't have it, man.
I just replied. Can I reply to Matthew, please?
How would you know?
Can I reply? Can I reply to Matthew, please? Can I finish replying to Matthew? If you stop the average, go Westfields and stop the average black boy and ask him, Christian black boy or black boy, you say, right, ask him, what does fornication mean? He will look at you confused like,
how do you know the average black boy?
What does that mean?
How do you know the average black boy?
All right.
Hussein.
I'm finishing.
Yeah, but my brother.
And secondly, I can say to you, I can say without a doubt, 25 and upwards, most Muslims are married. Most Christians in this country are not. Finish. Crickets.
Brother. Hussein. What did you just say? That most Muslims, brother, did you just 1 second? Because he just said that most Muslims smoke weed and they listen to music. And they won't be able to resist the urges of and that.
No,
he's saying.
I never said that.
And now he's saying that most Muslim men are married. What is it? Which one is it?
English.
Do they smoke weed and listen to music and won't resist the urge? Or are they married? Which one is it?
I never said that.
Hussein. But you just said that, bro. You said there's not. You can't see a future for this thing because the young ones will come and attack the woman again. That's what you said, innit?
Triggered.
Hussein, what is the divorce rate? Man. Hussein, I'm just repeating what you said, innit, bro? Don't deny what you said.
Hey, let's roll on. Hussein, what's the Hussein, quick one. What is the divorce rate for Muslims in the UK?
You're acting, man. Hollywood act.
Okay.
What is the divorce? What is the divorce rate?
I know you're rattled. I don't know why. I don't know why you're rattled.
What is the divorce rate? What is the divorce rate for Muslims in the UK?
I don't know. Less than Christians because they don't even get married.
No. But you guys are practicing
practicing
your faith correctly. What is the divorce rate for Muslims in the UK?
I don't know, but it's a lot less than Christians. Thank you. Okay. So the point I'm trying to say to you, everyone knows, and everyone, that's why they went silent. That's why everyone went silent when I said that. Most Muslims from 25 to 30 have got married, not planning, and we were planning it for a long time, and they got married. Most Christians ain't.
Well, they're disingenuous. They're getting married and they're getting divorced.
Hussein, one question.
You can see it's burning. It's burning. It's burning. Can you hear it? It's burning.
Let me say one quick thing.
Hold on.
I haven't said anything. Let me say something.
Do you quickly, Zulu? And I'm done, right? I just want to ask Hussein one question, right? Do you think that most Christians christen their children?
Yeah.
Right. And do you know christening your child involves a process?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go.
Where you have to attend church for a number of weeks or a number of months, even if you want to get married, because weddings and marriages are done in churches.
Right.
right? Outside of Islam, do you get what I'm saying? Are done in churches. Everybody else, atheist or not, some go registry office and they still wear the white dress and whatever. Yeah, we know, right? But what I'm saying is, how are you going to say, like, and then a lot of Christians will be baptized. A lot, you got what I'm saying? There's processes to being a thing. Some people will have their the confirmation or whatever, young ladies when they get to a certain age and blah blah blah. These are the processes that go with being a Christian.
Right.
So like you can't then unstructure it and say like, yeah, oh, you jump from a structured thing, which is quite structured. Christianity is structured.
Very
You've got to admit that.
But you know what, Matthew, and I'm hearing you, yeah. What happens, yeah, is that this is what I'm saying. The truth is like we go church originally because we're young and our parents. We at the end of the day we have to go because we don't really have a choice. Yeah, and we keep on attending until we reach teenage years where basically our mum can't really, and all that, like our mum can't really, you know, she can't really force us to go because we're kind of like big men. And then some, and most Christians don't return to the church. Why? Because they don't find the relevance. A lot of Christians don't find there's any relevance between and so forth. So a lot of the times when we were going through that process, we wasn't even listening to a lot of sense, because sometimes we go to church, we're there only because we have to be in this, that, and the other. Now the difference with Muslims, Muslims, most of them, when they go to church and to mosque and this, that, and the other and so forth, and they're raised up and stuff, they know Islam's the truth, they believe in it and stuff like that. Their thing, most of it is that there's a lot of tensions living in an un-Islamic society, but they know it's the haqq. They believe that Islam is the truth of this, that, and I'm not dissing on their religion, but the thing is, with the church, you go, you listen to the priest, this, that, and the other. You're there because your mother took you in this, that, and the other, and so forth. Also, the stuff with the Trinity and stuff is kind of like we put it to the back of our mind because we don't really understand it, but you know, we're young and maybe it's, you know, I understand it's older, but some way along the line, you just think, what's the relevance of me going to church? And then you just follow mainstream society, yeah? And then
can I ask you a question, bro? Because
hold on. Listen. You know what? Okay, I won't finish. Go on, carry on.
You said it.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
No, I
had to say one thing, Zulu, and then I'll say. All right, go on, Zulu. Go on, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, it's funny how you generalize and say, oh yeah, they'll go to church and they'll fall away and they don't know what they're doing, and assume that all the Muslims when they get to 25 they get married. I know Muslims of my age bracket. I'm 21. Yeah, I go to uni. I'm on final year. None of them are keeping it, bro. They're all having sex. They're all drinking. They're all smoking weed. They're all doing all that, bro. So let's not act like you don't know what they're doing when they're not telling you that they're keeping it. You don't know what they're doing. You can't confirm.
You just said it yourself, Street Dean.
You can't confirm that they're virgins when they get married.
Said that a lot of brothers
smoke weed. Like, you don't know that. You don't know that, bro.
You said, brother Hussein, did you say a lot of young brothers smoke weed?
Can I respond to him?
No, I just want to clarify what you're saying because I don't want to put words into your mouth. Did you say a lot of young brothers smoke weed?
Are you more important than him? Are you more important than Zulu? Thank you.
I just don't want to mix up your words, bro. I want to know what you're saying.
You're not more important than Zulu's question, are you?
No, I just want to clarify what you said, bro. A couple little bits ago. Can I clarify? Can I get some clarification on what you said?
Excuse me. Are you more special than Zulu? He's made a statement, and I want to respond to it.
No, sir. I'm no special than nobody. I just want a bit of clarification, please.
Okay, thank you. I will give you a clarification after. So what I'm trying to say to you, Zulu, I said you have a big chunk of Muslims, that ain't practicing, and you have a big chunk of Muslims that are practicing, that are virgins, that don't smoke and drink and so forth, and pray 5 times a day and so forth.
And the same can be said for Christians.
Exactly.
This is not very Christian of you, boy.
No, but
anyway, the point I'm trying to say,
Hussein.
No, hold on. I'm saying to you, like the brother was saying, all the empty churches. But I'm saying to you that we have a big chunk of like practicing and not practicing. But the ones that ain't practicing, they know it's wrong. I'm saying the difference between Christians and Muslims is the Muslims that ain't practicing because they find it a hard exam to practice. But a lot of the Christians, they don't even know what's wrong.
You're just making excuses for them.
They don't even know. They don't even know what's wrong. Right.
Let me add on to that point. Yeah, the Christian friends that I know that fall, by drinking and doing all that, they know it's wrong, just like I do. because I don't do it. We both grew up in church, both went to Sabbath school, we both read the Bible, we know what we should do and what we shouldn't do, but they have their temptations, I have my temptations. We all know what we're doing is wrong. So let's not make out like, oh, we don't know what's we don't know.
All right, brother, I'm just saying there's a contradiction.
This guy's chatting rubbish. You know all these people.
Reg, 1 second, can I point out the contradiction, please? Because on one hand, the brothers smoke weed and they won't have the tolerance to not result to violence. And then on the other hand, they're getting married and they're better living than Christians.
I never said that. I said there's young brothers. I said there's young brothers, and I didn't mention that age.
Can I just say? Can I just say?
You said there's young brothers that won't be able to resist the violence, and they'll go their own way.
No, let me tell you what I did say.
Let me ask you a question.
Not what your memory tries to recuperate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what I told you is that look. In black and white, I said our religion says that in a non-Muslim country and so forth, yeah, that people are going to insult the Prophet and this, that, and the other, and so forth. This is not our country, and it's not Islamic law and so forth. And you have to basically, you're going to have to take the insults and so forth. Yeah.
But did you say you can't see the situation getting any better because there's going to be more attacks?
I'm trying to tell you. Yes, I'm trying to say that part. If you let me say it.
Okay.
So I said, so I've established in the black and white, in the writing and so forth, established that the strongest man is not the one that can wrestle someone to the ground, but it's the one that can keep his patience when he's most angry. You know, that's what the Prophet said, even when you're right. Yeah. So the thing is, but I said, I know that there's lots of young people, yeah, that Quran is in their house. You know what I'm saying? Their mum prays, their father prays. Islam is part of their blood. It's part of them. You know what I'm saying? It means to them. And what happens is when they actually,
it can't be that much part of them if they still acting off their own vain desires. How can it be real part of them?
If something you love is getting put holes in it, if a book that you love is someone's getting scissors and putting holes in it, you have a love for that book. A person can have a love for that book.
Yeah, but who are you following though, my brother? Your vain desires or the word of the Prophet?
Right.
Well, I said I follow what the Prophet said, and most people in the park who are 30, 40, this, that, and the other, and so forth. Yeah, when they hear people insulting the Prophet like I do every week, and I've heard it for 10+ years, we don't react physically. We don't. But young people, a young teenage, 14-year, 15-year, 16, 17-year, 18-year-old, yeah, young boy, yeah, who sees someone, yeah, take that Quran that's beloved to him and so forth. He knows, yeah, you shouldn't hit people as a Muslim and this, that, and the other, and so forth. But he sees this Quran getting a scissors put in it or a knife put in it.
Hussein, can I just say, can I just say something?
I'll make you understand. I'll make you understand. Young Christian boys, black boys in this country, or white boys, or whatever, from council estates and stuff. According to the Bible, if someone tries to rob them off their phone or slap them in their face, they turn the other cheek. Do they do it?
Council estates, man. What's that?
Do they do it? Do they do it? Because most people most of us grew up on the council estate. That's why I'm saying it.
And you keep saying black boy. You keep saying black boy.
That's how they scrape on
most of the people in this room. Answer my question. The young Christian boys, yeah, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. When people try to move to them in school and rob them or insult them, do they turn the other cheek?
Yeah, they do.
Or do they punch them back?
They do.
Yeah, but I'm saying it.
No, because
I can hear the
you know what? Yeah, can I respond? Hussein, you said something interesting. Hussein said something.
You never answered my question. All the Christians in this room, I never answered your question. Do the young Christian boys, when they're insulted, when they're hit, do they turn the other cheek?
You gotta let me come in on this one.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? If a Christian acts on his desires, it doesn't determine whether he's Christian or not. If a Muslim acts on his desires, it doesn't determine whether he's a Muslim or not. Do you agree with that?
Oh, come on, man. He's not going to give a proper response. This is the thing, yeah, he's going good. The fact of the matter is he's come on here, he's acted like, oh, the Muslims know when they do something wrong, but they just do it. And, you know, but they at least acknowledge. You know, so he's giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're acknowledging their sin. So therefore, it's okay. They're still taking their religion seriously. But when it's a Christian who's doing something wrong and still acknowledges it, he gives them no leeway. The fact of the matter is, like people pointed out, both have people among them that do wrong. But the Muslims that go out there and kill other people, you know, they know that what they're doing is wrong, but they still do it. You know what I mean? They still do it. They still know that what they're doing is a sin, but they still do it. And that's the same with Christians. When Christians go and do something stupid, they still know that they're sinning. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is. You know what it is.